Well, tonight from WDSU investigates 4 jail employees who have pleaded guilty to federal charges will be sentenced soon for their parts in the death of a young inmate at the St. Bernard Parish lockup 7 years ago, an event the St. Bernard Sheriff called a shortfall.
Aubrey Killian and WDSU investigates dug deeper into this and obtained video showing the inmate in her final hours. A bit of caution here. Some of you may find this video tough to watch.
My heart's about to just jump out my chest.
She was a special woman to you.
Yeah, like I'm literally shaking. But yeah.
For the family of Namali Henry, the pain and heartbreak of her death still haunts them after almost 7 long years.
I've learned to be really resilient in this sort of purgatory, because that's what I would kind of describe it, waiting for some sort of judgment.
And to help others understand, her sister, Deshauna Henry, wants you to see video obtained by WDSU Investigates, shot inside the St. Bernard Parish Prison, where Namali spent her last hours.
I hope they see everything. And I hope that they're just as enraged or more.
It's March of 2014. 19-year-old Namali Henry was booked on simple battery, disturbing the peace, and unauthorized entry of an inhabited dwelling charges. In this video, from inside the St. Bernard Parish Jail on March 29th of 2014, Henry is the inmate in the striped jumpsuit. Namali's family says she was living with a rare but potentially fatal blood disorder and was in desperate need of her medication, which she didn't have with her in the jail. 2 days later, from March 31st, other inmates appear to be concerned about Henry and talking to the guards on duty. In another video, Henry is seen stumbling and can barely walk as she is escorted by guards. Later that same day, another clip shows her lying on a prison bunk with no mattress, with what appears to be nothing more than a blanket covering her body. Namali died on April 1st inside the jail. Her family says she never got her medication, was in excruciating pain for 10 days, and the guards never called for an ambulance.
We had, at that time, Miss Namali Henry's death. There was a shortfall.
We asked St. Bernard Parish Sheriff James Pullman, who was in office back then, to view this video and explain what those shortfalls were.
In the video that we see, that she's stumbling, she's on a bunk with no mattress, appears to have no clothes on. How does something like that happen inside of
I cannot discuss the particulars of that case. And what you described is particulars in that case. And we're not going to discuss that because of the ongoing litigation.
Are you willing to look at this video that we have obtained?
I'm not going to look at the video to react to your video.
WDSU Investigates dug deep into court documents. 4 jail workers have pleaded guilty to federal criminal charges in this case. Captain Andre Dominic and Corporal Timothy Williams pleaded guilty to depriving Namali Henry of her civil rights under the color of law, while deputies Lisa Vaccarella and Deborah Becknell pleaded guilty to lying to federal investigators looking into Henry's case. While Sheriff Pullman would not answer questions posed by WDSU Investigates specific to this case, he says since Henry's death back in 2014, the jail has seen improvements.
The jail medical is a very costly venture. You know, it's nearly $700,000 a year, and we were able to put the package together with parish government to supplement one another to make this happen. I don't want anybody to die in my jail under my watch under any circumstances. And that's why we continue to try to improve what we do in our jail to make sure that these type of things don't happen, ever. Ever. I think of Namali Henry every day. Every day.
When's the last time you've spoken to her family?
I have not spoken to her family since the incident occurred shortly afterwards.
The court documents we obtain are part of the criminal case and a civil lawsuit filed against the St. Bernard Sheriff's Office on behalf of Namali Henry's now 7-year-old daughter. New Orleans attorney Andrew Beiser filed that civil suit, which relies heavily on the jailhouse video.
What surprised me the most about the video is the fact that it's obvious that Namali Henry needs medical attention, and she did not receive any medical attention. All they had to do was call for an ambulance and take her to the hospital, and she would still be alive today.
And as the family waits for sentencing in the criminal case, Deshauna Henry says she won't stop fighting for her sister.
She was a rising star, and you took her from our community, from humankind, who needs nothing but good people in the world. You took one of them. I hope that these officers recognize that.
Aubrey Killian, WDSU News.
Well, as Aubrey said, the sentencing will come soon.
Deborah Becknell and Lisa Vaccarella are scheduled to be sentenced on March 10th, while Andre Dominic and Timothy Williams are scheduled to be sentenced on March 11th.